This segment of Packard Pokes At was made possible by patrons of the show and viewers like you. Please go to patreon.com/PackardPokesAt to help support the show. Thank you. Paul Revere was a big part of our American heritage and American history, and he left behind a time capsule over 220 years ago, along with several other people who were actually important figures of American history. Adams was Samuel Adams and William Scollay. William Scollay. Scally? It's a Scollay. Scolloway. I don't know. Adams became governor of Massachusetts at the time, in the construction of the building of a home. Revere would later go on to overlay the State House dome with copper. And in the process of that, these three men had put together a time capsule and put it inside one of the walls. Apparently, they must have known about this because there was a leak in an area of the wall where this time capsule was. But apparently, they never actually got around to opening it. So at the time, and it kind of made me scratch my head. It's like, you've known about this time capsule for some time now, and you've had access to it, but you didn't want to open it. That kind of made me scratch my head as to why you would do something like that. But they finally did get around to opening it, and inside there was a variety of different items. There was a 10-cent piece, 25-cent piece, which is now worth about a penny today, today's money. A set of other coins, a pine tree shilling from 1652, a copper medal showing George Washington. And it was also included with this capsule. Now, what they're planning on doing is, instead of, showing the world what it is, they're going to they're going to close the box back up after they fix the water leak or whatever the problem, the damages that's causing it. And then they're going to put a couple more items in there, and then they're going to close it back up for future generations to not open as well. So that's the whole point of a time capsule, children, is if you put one in there, you're hoping somebody's going to open it up. So future generations out there, if you're watching this, you find a time capsule, open it. They want you to open it. They want you to see what's inside. So don't sit there and go, I wonder what's in there. Oh, who knows? I'll just put it right back. Connie, your thoughts?
Evidently, on July 4th, 1795, when they placed this time capsule in there, the event was a big to-do. It was 15 white horses, one for every state of the Union, pulled the capsule to the ceremony, where a 15-gun salute accompanied its entombment within a cornerstone. And there were 5 different newspapers rolled up. And I know they said at least one of those was legible. They weren't trying to, pry them open, because obviously the delicacy of paper after time. But it's interesting that they put so many newspapers in there. Yeah, I think that something I heard on the radio was there's a silver or some kind of a metal plate that was evidently, they thought it might have been tooled by Paul Revere himself. Mm-hmm. And a coin depicting George Washington. Yeah, the silver plaque. Commemorating the erection. They think Paul Revere might have done that. So that's not in this article. So, time capsule. Okay, I'm questioning here. This is a question for both of you. What should we put in the time capsule from our time?
A McRib. Hey, anything that comes from McDonald's, in 100 years, it'll still taste fresh.
It'll still be.
That's true. Or a Twinkie.
Something
like that.
Twinkie, yep.
And a coin that says, "Thanks, Obama."
Thanks, Obama.
It'd be a small plastic box of internet.
Yeah, small box. Yeah. In that. You were saying how that it took several horses to drag this thing. The box only weighs 10 pounds.
Oh, no. They just did it. It was symbolic.
It's symbolic. I was going to say, they must have been...
Yeah.
I was going to say, these people must have been... We must have really evolved to be a little bit more stronger than we are then. Because apparently they were so weak, they needed horses to drag a 10-pound box.
Oh, white horses.
White horses.
We were entirely racist about it, too.
No black horses here.
Nope.
No.
Symbols of power.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting. I never even thought about that. It's like you're right. That is a symbol of power in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
No, I kid. The fact is that I don't understand why they just use that. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was
Yeah, they've said it's been a pretty good year for American time capsules. In September, a 113-year-old capsule was discovered in the head of a golden lion statue perched at the top of Massachusetts State House, too.
Oh, I thought you said they found one in the head of somebody, a Brian Fisher. You know, he's 110 years old. Oh no, it's Brent Robertson.
Can we put him in a capsule?
Yeah, we should put him. Yeah, we should put him in a capsule, and just that one would never open. It says, "Do not open until doomsday," which would be never because doomsday's a fictional thing. You know. Justin, your thoughts?
I have no idea. Like, so what was in there? A little note, a picture of Washington, and what else?
Some coins, a 10-cent piece, a 25-cent piece. A set of coins include a pine cone chili from 1652. A copper medal showing George Washington were also included in the capsule.
Jesus, their lives were boring back then.
5 newspapers, the basically the equivalent of our internet.
Yes.
So
there's this great picture of this woman. She's got like these gigantic glasses on, and she's like looking at this. She's just way too happy to be handling this paper.
That's very judgmental of you. Some people find history fascinating, Packard.
I'm just kidding. She's...
No, you are. I know.
But she has
over a dozen coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
like, you think they would have thought of something better to put in there than just a couple of coins or something like. That seems bizarre to me.
I think they tried to put the first McDonald's McWirbich in there, but it didn't work.
Yeah, perhaps.
They didn't have the preservatives quite down yet, so.
Their lack of imagination is rather stunning.
It is. And people seem to think that the founding fathers and all these people are just, amazing characters, and they just had amazing lives. And there's like, yeah, their lives are probably pretty boring compared to, today standards. I mean, they had no roller coasters, no fast food joints, and no internet.
No butter on a stick.
No butter butter on a stick. No fried butter for you.
Yes. They should have asked Thomas Jefferson. I bet he would have thought of something cool.
Yeah.
And Benjamin Franklin.
He made the first hot dog,
Well,
first fried hot dog.
That's what all the ladies said in France. I guess. I'm sorry. Evidently, he was quite the ladies' man.
Yeah, he was quite the ladies' man. No, this Benjamin Franklin's first condom was in there too, I think. Said been used over and over. No, I'm kidding.
I got nothing, Packard. Just sorry. That's the pine tree shilling. Now, I guess this is just a very small bit of trivia, but it was from 1652, and we weren't allowed to coin our own money yet. Mm-hmm. But the pine trees were really valuable, and I guess it was what was used for masts for ships, and so it was some kind of a trade specific to the early colonies. So.
Yeah. A couple people from the chat room here. Stick of Kansas said put an 8-track of Johnny Cash in the time capsule. And Crystal said to put a...
Crystal.
She said put a rabbit vibrator in there. I could just see futurists open this up. Oh, they've got these ancient coins. Vibrator? Where did they get
I don't think rabbits need vibrators. They breed.
They breed without them, yeah. So I was going to say... It's like, well, maybe these people from the colonial times, their lives are a little bit more interesting than I thought they would. They invented the vibrator.
Oh, there you go. We put Windows 8 in there.
Oh yeah. That Windows 8. That's a virus. That just you put that in there in the future generation. We'll plug this in. So what happens? All civilization goes down.